Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Welcome back, my friend. This is BjjBrick Quick. My name is Byron, and this is your quick Jiu-Jitsu podcast. In case you couldn't figure that out by the title. No efforts are spared on production quality. Music is live. How many podcasts have live music? Some people pipe it in editing. Nope. Ba-da-ba-ba. It's done live. All right. This is a quick podcast, and I don't know how I squandered the first 40 seconds. Dang it, I gotta get better at this. We're like over 200 episodes in. All right, my friends, we're talking about, is Jiu-Jitsu good for you? I know it's good for me. It's done a lot for me. I want you to think about this one. This will be the last one we have of this topic for a little while. Maybe we'll revisit it in the future. The social aspect of Jiu-Jitsu. It's big. You may not realize it, but one of the things your coach, if they're worth their salt, or worth their weight as a coach, they are concerned about providing a healthy culture to train in. And maybe you're at a gym that is mostly focused on competition, and your coach's main drive is to produce these 10 athletes. Okay. That's fine. The vast majority of people doing jiu-jitsu are hobbyists. And a lot of the coaches out there realize that people want to get better at jiu-jitsu, yes, but they also want to enjoy the experience. They want to have fun. Part of the fun is the people. Your coach should hopefully be fostering a welcoming environment where people are, strangling each other. There's chokes and there's jokes. People care about each other. They're not being, a-holes on the mat. They're being friendly. This is really important to most people. And maybe you're at a gym that's just struggling and not doing well, but the coach, or maybe teach really good jiu-jitsu, but people come in, they don't have fun. People go to jiu-jitsu where their friends are. If your friends aren't there, it's going to be tough to go back time and time again. I don't call people to make sure they're going to train today. I just know that when I get there, there'll be a room full of my buddies. Maybe there'll be a smaller class. Still my buddies. Maybe it'll be 60 people. Most of them are my buddies. Some of them I just don't know. It's, think about, the world can be kind of cold sometimes. You get up, you had maybe a fight with a family member the day before, and that's still kind of weighing on you. You drive to work, a little bit of road rage, people cutting you off, traffic jam, people honking at you. I don't know. I'm not going to try to bring you down too much. Okay, work is tough. TPS reports, cover letters, those got to get done. Nobody's that friendly, maybe. Your coach should know when you go to jiu-jitsu, it's a change from that. I remember when my high school wrestling coach, Coach Kilmer, and I only wrestled 1 year and I sucked. But he came in and he was watching and he was with a friend of the podcast guy I met, and he knew Coach and brought him in, and it was kind of like, this is wild. And I'm, we're doing jiu-jitsu and stuff, and I think okay, yeah, I know, but people are doing techniques. And to have a wrestling coach, probably in his late 60s, watch jiu-jitsu techniques is kind of like, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know. But he's sitting there on the bleachers, like little stand where people sit to watch the kids do jiu-jitsu or whatever. He's kind of sitting there, and I went over and sat by him and I asked him how he was doing, and we're talking, catching up. And we're looking at the people doing jiu-jitsu, and some of them are just busting their ass. They're working hard. They're getting reps in. They're fighting each other a bit. They're giving resistance. Some of them are doing this while chatting, and some of them are doing 2 or 3 reps and kind of getting distracted and doing things. And he looks at this as a high school wrestling coach. It's like, he goes, some of these guys are working really hard. Some of them are just here. And I go, this is an outlet for them to do what they want to do today at this moment. And I think he got it, like, as far as nobody here is getting pushed to go compete. They're here because they want to be here. And they get paired up with their buddy, or the training partner is going to give them a good training session. Pick your poison. But he realized that. He saw some of them being kind of lackadaisical, and he realized that that's okay. They're here on their own free will. They are here to enjoy their evening. This is a break. Although it's a break you work really hard at, and you sweat, and you sometimes bleed, and you have tough rolls. But they're here for reasons other than just jiu-jitsu. And it may seem crazy. If you're new, if you're in your first month or 2, you may not have realized that yet. You start making these good friendships. There'll be days you don't really feel like training. But you know what? You got a room with 30 of your buddies in there, all hanging out without you. Why would you not go to that room? And you get in there, and maybe you have a great training session, maybe you don't. But you went to the place you needed to be. I think one of the best things jiu-jitsu can do for you is the social aspect. If you enjoyed the podcast, you can go to Patreon, support me there. Greatly appreciate it. It's supported by just a few listeners compared to how many listen. Pretty small show. A low production value, I admit. Although, like I say, who has live songs on the podcast? Well, this guy does. I want you to have a great day, my friend, and stay sweaty. Da, 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 da.